Welcome to another side hustle. We just got done recording episode 99.
Can you believe it?
With Michael Tomaino, author and game developer. Dude, thanks so much for coming on the show. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks
Did you
so
enjoy
much for
it?
having me.
Was it everything you
Absolutely.
expected it to be?
It was far beyond.
Yeah?
I mean, I knew it would be an adventure, but it was a lot of fun. You guys are awesome.
Was it worth being nervous for?
Yeah, you were nervous.
Everything that you're nervous for is actually worth it. Because that's like right? Because that's like the only real way to have an adventure. Because like if you're not like if there isn't like some element of excitement, then it's not an adventure. You know, you're just like zombie mode.
Yeah.
So
Love it.
it's nice to have like something to make you nervous about, because then you're like really alive. You know, that's where you come to life.
Yeah, there you go. You guys, this episode is going to air this coming Monday at 8 a.m. Be sure to listen by searching WHOAGNV podcast on your favorite podcasting platform, or watch these awesome videos on Facebook or at WHOAGNV.tv. You guys, this week's Side Hustle and episode is brought to you by the one, the only, New Scooters for Less. That's right. We are paying for this shizzle, y'all.
It actually says shizzle.
No, I put shizzle in the notes. So buy an e-bike, buy a scooter, join our scooter cult here in Gainesville, Florida, and you will not. Or you see what I did there?
Yeah, I did. That was good.
Right?
That was good. Well written.
Culture. Join our scooter culture and come see us at 633 Northwest 13th Street, less than a half mile north of University Avenue on 13th Street. Call 352-336-1271. Visit us at newscootersforless.com. That's where you can shop us. And if you have any questions about any of the products that we sell, email Michael.
Really, anything at all. Mike at nsforall.com. MIKE at NS4L.com.
Do we have Michael at nsforl.com set up as an alias for you just in
I
case?
don't think so.
We should probably set
work
that
on
up.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, send me an email. Any
Remember
questions? If you
not.
find something on the private market, ask me if you think you're getting a good deal. I'll be honest with you. Anything to help you, create this scooter lifestyle that we've got.
I'm honestly telling you should come to New Scooters for Less instead.
Yeah, well, you should. But, anything at all.
No, we'll definitely help you out.
What professors to stay away from, what restaurants to go eat, I got your back.
Best peanut butter and jelly in town. Mike,
Crunchy.
You guys, so sorry,
random.
I don't know. This has been weird now.
So that was not a rapid fire. This is about to be.
So Mike, this is like our rapid fire session. We like to go super quick. You ready to go? We're gonna bounce back and forth, ask you a bunch of questions.
Let's bounce it up.
Favorite thing about Gainesville?
The warmth.
What's your favorite hype song?
Anything by Metallica.
Nice.
Alexa or Google Home?
I have neither.
Sorry. I'm just kidding.
What is your favorite book besides maybe your own?
Oh my goodness, that is a really tough one.
That's what we do here.
That is a really tough one.
How about a favorite children's book, since you're kind of in that space? Does that help?
My Father's Dragon.
Okay.
Oh, I really like The Little Engine That Could. I don't actually remember the story, but just the fact that like the engine wouldn't stop, just like whatever.
I think I can.
Exactly.
Right.
Like whatever trials the engine had to face. And my grandmother signed it for me. So for me as a little kid, that was a huge deal.
I think mine was Everybody Poops.
I was a big Green Eggs and Ham fan.
Oh. I'm sorry, y'all. Book you are currently reading?
Models by Mark Manson and The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Bleep. I'm actually reading several books, but yeah,
Is that what you do? You do you read them all at the same time, like a chapter in each one, or do you have to like read one completely and then another completely?
I do kind of split, like depending like what kind of mood I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I do TV shows the same way. What's your favorite restaurant here locally?
I really like Taste.
Okay.
Yeah. Favorite thing to do when you're not working?
Playing sports.
What sport?
Football.
Okay.
And anything else.
So you talked about a bunch of great quotes earlier. Do you have a favorite?
Gosh, there's so many quotes, but recently the most important quote, this isn't the exact quote, but just the fact of being grateful for what you have versus being upset for what you don't have, I think has like totally changed my complete mindset. Because I mean, there's just been so many times that I've been upset because, you know, like so and so did this, or like this didn't work out like this way, this relationship, like blah blah.
Yeah.
But and it made me forget about like what I actually do have, and once I focused on like what I do have, it really changed my mindset, because I was like, I actually have a lot going for me.
That's a nice little preview for the podcast, you guys, because we kind of dove into that in the podcast. So definitely check it out.
I think it's huge.
What's your favorite cocktail?
And can I add to another quote?
Yeah.
So
this is our show. You can do whatever you want.
The quote. So the quote that I have that I try to reiterate a lot on my website and through my content is by Socrates, about how you know, like, for especially as far as education, like it's not about, you know, like filling an empty vessel. It's about igniting a flame. I think that's like so important, because like with a lot of education these days, you know, it's like, you know, memorize like, you know, XYZ like for your test, and then like take the test and like forget about everything you learned. And for me, it's always been about, you know, find out what everyone's like superpowers are, you know, find out like what they're good at, and help them, you know, help ignite that flame, and help them, you know, you know, improve those talents, you know, like what they're interested in, you know, help them get better at it.
That's great.
Ignite the flame, ignite the fire.
Like it. Do you have a favorite cocktail?
I usually just go straight, like rum.
Okay.
Eat or sleep?
Oh, eat, definitely.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Taco buffet or pizza buffet?
Oh my goodness. Could there be a combo?
Taco pizza buffet.
Have you ever had like taco stuff like in pizza? Like so you know they had CC's here.
They did, right.
So in the earlier days, what I actually used to do sometimes is actually put like, you know, like lettuce and tomatoes and stuff like on top of the pizza, and like wrap it into like a taco. It's the best. Like I think you gotta go combo.
Love it. Are you up? Is it me?
I don't know. Did you ask coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Okay. We gotta get back on track here.
Yeah, let's go. Quick. What have you learned in the last week?
I think one of the best lessons that I've learned is that so I've recently got back into trying to improve my mile time and really running, and my mile times are much worse than I hope that they would be. And I think the most important lesson that I learned, that it's not about the time, that's just getting out there and doing it, and you know, it'll improve over time, and not being so focused on the result, but on just getting out there and doing it, period. So just get out there. Oh, and as we talked about, the importance of anything, if you ever want to accomplish anything in life, like you need to leave your comfort zone, and you need to go on that, and to go on that hero's journey, you need to leave the comfort zone. So
what's the craziest belief that you have?
The craziest belief? Maybe it's, I don't know if it's crazy, but like the belief, I believe that we can all be good to each other, and that there's no excuse for us not to be good to each other, and which I'm sure a lot of people find crazy. And a lot of people tell me that, you know, I look at life with, you know, the rose-colored glasses, but I don't see why there's any reason for us not to be good to each other, because like there's so many reasons to be good to each other, and like not really many good reasons to be bad to each other. Like there's so much more gained by being good to each other than by being bad to each other.
Okay. Shout out to Bob Strum. This comes from him. He wants to know what gets you started first thing in the morning.
Push-ups.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Push-ups, and I've weaned off coffee a little bit, because it makes me sometimes a little bit too energetic, and so I've been going to cocoa, so just like cocoa powder, and so I actually get really excited about drinking cocoa. So it's not hot chocolate, because it has a lot of sugar in it, so I just go like the powder. Yeah, because I really like the bulletproof coffee, but so I've been putting the butter in with the cocoa, but
I hear that's a fad. I don't know if I understand it quite yet, but
it's fantastic.
What is one thing that you were taught by your parents, or maybe you learned as a young kid that you no longer believe?
This comes from Dr. Joe Johnson.
That I no longer believe. That's a good.
Yeah, did your parents like teach you something and you're like, no, that's not relevant anymore. That's not something I believe anymore.
It's a guy's job to take out the trash and mow the lawn, and it's a girl's job to do the dishes and fold laundry.
Is that yours?
Oh, it made me so mad as a kid.
That's a really good question. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I've always been kind of autonomous, like even as a young kid. So I kind of just like did my own thing, and I wasn't necessarily the best at listening to my parents. So I guess I don't really have a good answer to that question, unfortunately.
Okay.
But
it's okay. We got plenty of questions.
Awesome.
So, Coach Becky Burley, UF soccer coach, wants to know, what is your lucky charm and why?
My lucky charm. Well, I do have a bunch of stuff that kids made me, like when I was teaching, like next to my desk, and that helps keep me motivated. And I would definitely say that's a lucky charm for me.
That's cool.
What is your favorite social media platform?
I'd probably say Facebook, because I can do it on my computer, whereas Instagram, and doing anything on the smartphone is a lot of work for me. I had a flip phone for 9 years and recently got the smartphone. So
give me one question to ask our next guest.
This is perfect. What is your real life superpower?
Beautiful. And we wrap up the last one. If our podcast could connect you to one person, who would that be?
Well, you guys actually mentioned him earlier. Anyone that could help me reach kids that really need extra help, like kids in a hospital, because I've been trying to access that area for a while, because I think those are the kids that really need it the most, and to realize that they do have superpowers, and also to get creating. It's imagine how much they could create.
Yeah. Dude, we're gonna connect you with James Coates for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a well
perfect,
done on that
perfect
idea.
pair.
That's a great.
I'm super excited
Superheroes
about that.
for Hope. He's got he does so much good for this community.
He's got a lot of cool stuff.
Incredible guy. Yeah, I mean, dude, he's got superheroes all up in his place, like Iron Man suits and Batmobile. How many Batman suits? I mean, it's his place is like a museum. It's incredible. So let me see the book real quick. You guys definitely check out the podcast episode. Excuse me, I'm still hacking. The episode airs Monday at 8 a.m. This is the book that Michael wrote. It's called How to Be a Superhero. And we dive into the inspiration for this and get into it and talk about real life superpowers and all sorts of good stuff. And it was an interesting episode. I know you're going to love it. So check it out Monday at 8 a.m. And again, man, thanks so much for coming on the show. This has been a lot of fun. And excited to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
And podcast fam, listen up. Hey, if you want us to ask your question on these little side hustles, these are little previews for the episode, then just send us a DM on Instagram at WHOAGNV. And anything else from you, my man?
No, that's it, man. Great episode.
That's fun.
It was
That's fun.
fun.
So, podcast fam, we love you. Thank you so much for supporting us. Share this with your best friend. Tag your other best friend, and have an amazing rest of your week. We absolutely love you and are so appreciative of your support. And get notified for Monday's episode by texting WHOAGNV to 484848, and you'll get a text letting you know that the episode is out. Thanks so much. We'll see you later. We love you. Goodbye.